Good morning, YouTubes. We're out here in the shop again today, and we're going to look at custom mode. If you ride a 21 or a 22 V85, then you know on your selections you've got road, rain, sport, off-road, and custom. Well, today we're going to take you through what custom really is. Stay with me. So let's take a minute to talk about this. Now, normally my bike stays on road, I don't know, 90% of the time or more. There's not a whole lot of times where I really take it, off-road. And the times that I do, it's usually kind of a spontaneous thing. You're cruising down somewhere and you see this cool little dirt path off to the side, decide you want to take it. That's usually what happens with me. And then I get in, I don't know, a little ways down this trail, and traction control kicks on, and you're in off-road mode, but inevitably it's going up some slippery little grass hill or something that traction control kicks on, pretty well just kills the engine. You're stuck trying to navigate backwards downhill. It's such a pain in the butt. Yeah, granted, I could go in there and before I ever hit the off-road, I could, disable the traction control and actually get it set up to where I can ride it off-road. But you can bypass all that, skip it, by just entering everything you want into custom mode. So custom mode for me works more like my off-road mode. Off-road, really it just allows you to lock the rear brake and skid your rear tire. That's about all it's doing for you. On off-road mode, I can choose what engine map that I want, which, is not really that big of a deal off-road. I usually keep it at dynamic. We'll get into that later. But it allows you to not completely deactivate ABS, but ABS will only work on the front wheel only. But it will still deactivate the rear ABS, just like off-road mode does. But it also allows you to set your traction control on the Guzzi to what you want. You can have full traction control, which is, worthless for off-road. You can set it to minimal, which to me is still, when I'm going off-road and the back tire spins, I don't want it killing the engine or, cutting my power to slow the rear tire. Usually it's because I'm needing that power and I need it to spin. And then you can go and shut it completely off. And that's what I've got mine set to. So now, when I decide, hey, check out this little trail, or hey, let's go and climb this little dirt hill or this grass hill, I don't have to stop the bike, come to a complete stop, go through my mode settings and shut off my traction control and then make sure I select, off-road. No, I don't have to do all that. As I'm driving, I just hit the little button and toggle between, road, sport, whatever, into my custom mode. And as soon as it hit custom mode, it automatically disables my rear ABS and disables my traction control. So it's set up already to do everything I want it to do in my off-road mode. And I don't have to stop the bike. I can literally just do it on the fly. So it's in your owner's manual how to do all this, and it's stupid easy to do, but most people don't even look at the custom mode because what do I need custom mode for? Well, if you do any kind of off-road, off-pavement, dirt trails, even in the gravel, you might want to go ahead and think about setting this up for yourself as kind of like a really quick, easy off-road mode that you can get into and not have to worry about your traction control. So let's take a look at what it takes to do it. Alright, so here we are. I've already got mine in custom mode, but it's easy enough. I'm in B, now I get the menu. When you're on your screen like this for menu, if you just push down, it takes you to what's called custom mode. Push the button, well, of course, you got to push and hold the button. My bad. So what you come up with first, I hope you can see this very top one says engine map. All right, if you select it, you've got, it turns red, you've got dynamic, standard, and soft. All right, now all I'm doing is I'm just toggling my mode selector over here on the right hand side. And that's all the way up. Soft is all the way up, come down to standard, dynamic, that's what you've got. I leave mine in dynamic. Scroll back down to the, this is the Moto Guzzi, I don't remember what they call it. It's their traction control. So you push it, you've got disabled, low, and intermediate, and high. So normally when you're riding like in road mode, you're in high. Intermediate, low, low and disabled. If you select low traction control, it'll still activate just very, very little. And then disabled, obviously it doesn't activate at all. When you have it selected for low or disabled, your traction control light will remain lit up. That's just, you know, part of it is a warning saying, hey, you know. ABS, you can select that. I've got it on front only and standard. So those are your real only options, standard, front only. Front only, that just, I mean, it's kind of like your off-road mode where it just disables the rear ABS. So that's where I've selected. Come down here, hit exit. You see rear ABS and the traction control is disabled now. This ABS light, it won't blink once you get going. It'll shut off once it recognizes that the front's still on. But your ABS light here will stay on. And you know, it'll just stay here in custom mode. But that's all there is to it. So if you're looking to try something different on your bike, you might want to try out the custom mode. Now I've been going over this whole time talking about this, you know, custom mode as far as being an off-road thing, and it doesn't have to be. You can adjust that to fit and suit whatever riding style you have. Changing your engine map and your traction control and whatnot. You know, if you, I don't know, if you daily drive and you've got one stretch of road that's, you know, a lot of gravel, you can set it up a little different so that you can switch to that mode when you get on the gravel, switch back to road mode when you're off of it. I just prefer having mine set up because otherwise, I mean, it's kind of useless, really. I mean, custom mode, you're either riding in the rain and that cuts your engine power. It brings your dynamic engine selection down to low. When you're on road, it's medium, and when you're in sport, it's dynamic. So you've got 3 different options, you know, to switch between that. You can hit off-road mode if you just want to disable your ABS. The only real advantage I see to having a custom mode selection on this is really just for off-road. I mean, you can really set it up to where you hit that mode, it kills your traction control. Your ABS on the front, I mean, there's different schools of thought on that. You know, whether it's, you know, good to still keep ABS on the front, you know, help keep your front tire from, you know, washing out when you're coming down a, I don't know, a grassy wet hill or something. I don't know. I get it, but there again, there's other times when, you know, I'd just soon have it all disabled. I don't need all the nannies if I'm gonna go, you know, actually take this thing off road. But the choice is yours. Just one of them cool little things that, you know, usually gets overlooked. I've had people ask me like, hey, you know, what's this custom mode for? I mean, it's other than selecting it for doing a little off-road stuff, I don't really see any other reason to have it. But, you know, to each his own. I hope this little short video helps some of y'all out, maybe kind of understand what custom mode is. You know, you might get out there and play with it yourself and see how you like it. If you are like me, where you just occasionally just, you know, hey, take the road less traveled once in a while, that's a quick and easy way to get into like a off-road kind of mode. So Hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments if you think I screwed it up. But like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Oh, we're going to call this like bonus footage, I guess. So some of y'all have been asking about the GV crash bars. Well, I hate to show this, but yeah, they've been tested. I know they don't look too bad, really. Bike fared pretty well. My handguard got a little scuffed up, and I have these little GV, I don't even know what they're called, handguard extenders. Anyway, it broke off too, and I mean, it wasn't, I didn't like lay the bike down, so I got hit by a truck. It was a 1-ton dually. Oh, I guess in the States, I mean, not everybody knows what that is. It's a F350. I don't know what y'all call them in other countries. No. Anyway, it was a big damn truck. He didn't like the fact that I was passing him, so he swerved and hit me intentionally. I'm not going to talk about it too much. There's a warrant out for the guy's arrest because it was a hit and run, and he took off, and I know who it is. But the point here is the GV crash bars protected the engine, the tank. I mean, it did a fantastic job. It didn't really even tear up the bars too bad. I mean, scratched up paint and stuff, and that little plastic GV thing. I don't know. It's kind of like a knee slider, I guess. But I'm all right. I didn't get hurt. The bike got very minimal damage to it, so you know it's good to go. Oh, and yeah, so I bought. Oh hell, I don't know. I think it's 2015 California. Let's see. I don't know. I like my V85 better, but there might be some upcoming videos on it. Maybe show I don't know how to change the oil on it. Maybe not. All right. Anyway, ride safe.